Hey girls, Kaylee here. So I wanted to talk about my decision to go to cosmetology school. Now I know a lot of you guys don't know that I'm in school, so I thought I should go ahead and make a video and explain to you that I am and then why I decided to do that. And yeah, that's it. I think first of all I get a lot of questions whether I'm a working hairstylist, and the answer is no. And up until December of last year I didn't even have any formal training as a stylist. I honestly just learned a bit from watching videos and reading articles and reading books and just playing on my own hair and making up my own techniques to kind of try and emulate styles that I was seeing. And so all of my YouTube videos up to that point were just me working off of whatever I could get my hands on. And then I started school after that, and I've honestly, even being in school, I've only had 2 updo classes, and so I've learned a lot about hair cutting and coloring and perming and relaxing, but yeah, I haven't really learned a whole lot more about updos, so I'm still working off a lot of my own knowledge there. But anyway, I wanted to talk about kind of my decision first, and then I wanted to talk about how YouTube played a role in my decision making, because I know a lot of people are going to want to know, like, why did you decide to go to school, or did YouTube make you make that decision, that kind of thing. So I thought I would talk about that. So first of all, my decision to go to school, pretty much I made it independently of YouTube. And I'll talk a little bit about how YouTube got me there, but I basically just made it because it was something, I realized that hairstyling is something that I love and something that I can do for the foreseeable future and enjoy and hopefully be really good at. And so that's all I was ever really looking for in a career, was something that I could really enjoy and do and excel in, hopefully. And if some of you guys know that I was working on getting my not my master's degree, my bachelor's degree in humanities and philosophy, and I did get my bachelor's degree, and I was struggling a lot with whether I should go on and do my master's degree and go through my PhD and be a professor like I was planning to do. Yeah, I was planning on doing that, or I should change paths completely and go into hairstyling. And the biggest thing for me was just that I was passionate about hairstyling. I was willing to do all the work because it was something that I loved, and the more that I put work into it, the more I wanted to work on it. And it was, I never got that back from philosophy. You know, I was always pouring myself into it, but I never really got that, I don't know, that just rejuvenation from having worked on it. I was never so excited that I just wanted to keep working on it, if that makes any sense. So that was basically my biggest decision there, was just, this is something I love, this is something I can be good at, I'm gonna do it. But YouTube did help me to make that decision quite a bit, and so I would say that YouTube primarily helped me in giving me inspiration and giving me confidence. And when I started making YouTube videos, I've been watching videos for about a year, probably a little bit more than that, and I wanted to start out making makeup videos, which is why my channel's name is Let's Make It Up. But my hair videos ended up being way more popular, and so I kind of switched over and just started making hair videos. And as I started making videos, I realized how much I really loved hairstyling. And I'd always liked it. I'd always, whenever I needed to come up with a hairstyle for something, or I needed to create something, I would create something. And it was something I always had fun with, and if my friends needed help with their hair, they would ask me. So it was something that, you know, had been like a trend in my life, but it was never anything that I was like, that, I want to do that. It was just, I kind of always saw myself doing something much more rigorous and much more academic, and I just didn't see myself being a hairstylist. And I think being on YouTube and being kind of forced to learn a lot of different things and try a lot of things and really push myself helped me to figure out how much I loved it, because it was like the more that I made myself do and the more that I made myself learn, the more I wanted to learn and the more I wanted to do. And that's just, I think, a mark of something that is really important. Like, it's just, it shows you that you're passionate about something when you feel that way about it, that you're willing to put the hours in because it means that much to you, you know? And I don't think I would have known that I had that much passion for hairstyling had it not been for YouTube kind of pushing me to try it more. And so that's kind of the first thing I would say that YouTube helps me to find. And I think the second thing is confidence, just confidence in general, because being on YouTube is stressful and it takes so much more confidence than you can even imagine. I mean, when I first started out, I got a lot of really nice people following me and a lot of people encouraging me. And so the only thing that I was really battling was just the fear of putting my ideas out to the world and knowing that people could criticize me and knowing that people could be mean to me. And, you know, that was just a step that I overcame then, and I just overcame the possibility of it. And then as I started getting more and more followers, I started getting more and more negativity, and so I had to start dealing with the fact that, okay, these people are saying these things, but, you know, learning how to stand beside what I did and stand beside my ideas and just be okay with it. And that was a level of confidence I didn't have, and honestly, if you asked me a couple years ago, I don't think I would have told you that I would be capable of that. Especially not the confidence that it takes to just strike up a conversation with a stranger and start cutting their hair and making them, like, making a style that they're gonna have to live with for the next, like, however long until they get their hair cut. I mean, it's stressful, and it takes a lot of confidence to just be like, okay, I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna go for it, I'm gonna stand by whatever I create. And I would say that's a big one. And then the other thing is just confidence that I could make it in this industry, because I think that would have been the biggest thing for me if I had ever gotten to the point outside of YouTube where I was inspired to be a hairstylist and where I was a confident enough person to be a hairstylist. I think I always would have struggled with, am I gonna be good enough at this profession? Like, do I really have the skill set to do this? And being on YouTube, I have about a year into doing my YouTube, so last March, I started getting messages from working stylists that told me that they were using my videos to help them in the salon and just thanking me. And I feel like I remember somebody told me that I should be in this industry. I don't remember because it's been a little while, but I remember thinking that and being like, well, if they think that, you know, I'm helping them in the salon, obviously this is something I can do. So yeah, I think that was the things, or those were the things that YouTube added to me and helped to push me with, were just inspiration and then confidence. They were both the things that I needed, and it was both of the things that it gave me. So I can definitely say that I would not be where I am had I not been making YouTube videos. I did get pushed a lot in the direction to start cosmetology school just because of my time on YouTube, learning that I had this insane love for hairstyling and finding the confidence to do it and finding the confidence to put myself into a completely different career, something completely different than I ever thought I would do. And it's been incredible. And so what I decided to do, just for the record, about this time, right after my junior year, I decided not to apply for any master's programs. I decided just to wait until I was out of school, because I was in school and working on philosophy and I was stressed and I was really hating it, and I wanted to wait till I got out of school to make the decision to not go back, because it was just like, sometimes when you're in this position that's so stressful, it's just, you know, it's not a good idea to make a decision right then, because you're just kind of, your judgment is tainted a bit. And so I decided that I would wait, and when I got out of school I would just work in the beauty industry and just see how I liked it and see how it was working out, and then make my decision from there. So what I did was I got a job at a makeup counter, which I haven't talked about this on YouTube either, but about a little over a year ago I started working at a makeup counter, and so I was still working there when I was in school. Graduated in May, and then I was only working on the counter and on YouTube. So I was doing hair and doing makeup 24/7. I mean, I was working like 30 hours a week on the counter, and then YouTube takes at least 30 hours a week, so 60 hours a week. It was stressful, it made me cry sometimes. It was really hard work, but it was really rewarding, and I knew after a couple months of that that this was what I wanted to do. So I decided to start. And then I decided to start when I did. I mean, there were a lot of reasons why I decided to start when I did, but a lot of it too was that my audience on YouTube has been growing so fast, and I cannot tell you how grateful I am for that and how blessed I feel, because I feel like I'm still figuring out what I'm doing here, and I'm trying so hard, but it's just so incredible when my channel just starts growing that much. But all of a sudden I was like, well, I have over 100,000 people that are listening to what I say and are following what I say when it comes to their hair. I better know what I'm doing. So that was kind of why, one of the reasons, I have a lot of them, but one of the reasons why I decided to start school sooner rather than later. And so I stopped working at the counter so that I could be at school and then on YouTube, because I'm at school 40 hours a week, and so I don't have time to be 30 hours on the counter and 30 hours on YouTube. So I just stopped and just did YouTube and school. And so right now I'm working 30 to 40 hours a week on YouTube and 40 hours a week at school, and I'm constantly exhausted and constantly tired, but I love what I do. I mean, I can tell you guys, I've always been a hard worker. I've always really pushed myself. I've been that straight A student that everybody kind of hates a little bit. But I have never pushed myself this hard or worked as hard for something as I have over these past couple months. But at the end of the day, I can tell you that it's completely rewarding, and I'm so glad that I have. So I'm completely fine with the decision I made. I'm really happy about it, and so I hope you guys are too. And I really do want to start doing some videos that are teaching you guys some things, especially just about hair. Like, I've learned so much about like the structure of hair and how to care for hair based on its structure and type and things like that. So I do want to start adding that into my channel to help you guys out a bit just with your own hair care at home. But I'm just really excited to share with you guys the information that I've learned, and I'm so excited for this chapter of my life, because even though it's hard and it's like taxing all the time and it's pushing me farther than I ever thought I could go, it's been really, really good, and I'm really, really happy. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. So I hope this informs you well enough of why I decided to go to school and the fact that I'm in school. And yeah, I think that's it. So without anything else, I guess I'll go ahead and go. I'm doing my little sign off that I always do before tutorials. Anyway, okay, it's funny how you get in ruts as a YouTuber. Anyway, I hope this was informative. Somehow you guys enjoyed me rambling about cosmetology school, and I will talk to you in my next video. Alright? Mwah.